Greetings, everyone. My name is Jacob Waltz, and I'll be speaking to you for this video today. John's got a bit of trouble for his voice, but we wanted to get this out and get it done. And beginning with this, we've got several talking points for me to go over today. Let's see what John's given me. Starting up, we have Sokol. Please set our boy free. In a lot of the material for Payday 2, he's been depicted as next Dallas, or Bane even saying that he's possibly the next leader of the gang. He was consistently shown to have great leadership qualities, understands the showboating to intimidate civilians, and is arguably the most intelligent heister in the series, aside from Joy or Jimmy. He's cool, his lines are awesome, and he's a great fun character to interact with. Personally, he's one of mine that I played with a lot during Payday 2. It's always weird to go back and watch the Golden Grin trailer, since he was never really able to interact with the main crew after that. He dabs up Dallas once and then fades away. He's very fun, very cool. It'd be nice to see him show up in Payday 3. Next up, we have the in-game store improvements. Right now, if you look at the store, everything is shotgunned all over the place. Weapons are sorted by DLC, and that's about it. Outfits are also all over the place and in different colors of the same one. Again, scattered. It would be nice to see a sorting system to allow us to sort things by type or item, and let us bulk buy favors if we are going to stay committed to doing it externally in the broker, rather than just being able to operate the favors in the pre-game lobby. Brokers are named characters here. They even have dialogue recorded because they all have credited actors. We've got Dash Mihawk returning as Gage. We could give them models, art, or even let them yap a bit. It'd be fun and enjoyable to see these characters return and be a little bit more interactive since they're going to be there. Our third talking point here is the AI teammate improvements. Self-explanatory. It'd be nice to see the AI crew members gain additional functions, especially with the final offline version of solo mode on the way. In what could be considered a perfect world, we would be able to command the bots again. We already have the ability to ask other heisters to follow, and we have commands on the wheels for staying in place or requesting items. Yet currently, the bots don't respond to any of these things. They just do them when they feel like it. Drop a deployable between the assault waves, or pick up a bag when you toss it at them. It'd be nice to see the bots start reviving each other unless called away by a command. And lastly, for crew AI functionality, please, let them always play their voice lines for killing the specials. If a bot kills one around the corner, you have no way of knowing. So that could leave you paranoid, looking around for threats that no longer exist. It would also be cool to be able to choose which bots you have in the crew and customize their appearance, rather than it's always the same variation of the original 4. Let me have that back, please. Fourth on the line is heist randomization. In Payday 2, a really large part of the replay game came from a pre-planning asset locations, which is absent here, or from random level geometry changing. In Payday 3, there are significantly fewer of these changes. The majority of randomization comes from codes you're putting in rather than any layout or placement changes. Take Golden Shark, for example. The first stealth objective, and great time skip in Loud, is to find a bank manager in their office and use them for their keycard to open the first gate. The only RNG here is who the manager is. Their offices are always in the same places. In a classic Payday heist, especially towards the end of Payday 2's life, both of these would move, for a twofold piece of a puzzle. These kinds of things tend to be very fun and increase the enjoyability of replaying through set heists. Even if nothing else, in the short term, it would be neat to see the removal of seeded RNG from online mode. It can be fun to actually solve the heists, and the ability to restart and skip large chunks of finding info really hurts the experience and makes replaying it a little difficult, especially on an instant restart. Our fifth talking point here on the list: rework player customizations, I beg of you. Please, let us have masks, gloves, and outfits tied to our builds, and not just one active per account. It makes the builds feel like they have identity, and is a great fun about making for a matched theme for each unique build. Also, now it's time to have a conversation about masks in Payday 3. They bring to mind a lot of masks in Payday the Heist, in the sense that those were pre-made and finished designs. They're very stylized and come with specific designs and colors. It feels less like you're making your own masks from a starting point, and more like you're just grabbing one and equipping it. If these things were resolved, I'd start caring a lot more about tailor packs. 6th on our list. Add more detail to our weapon inventory. Please let me see my numbered stats. It's very difficult to figure out and accurately compare the numbers. This is made especially worse for the burst weapons, where the bars are basically full because it tracks per burst, as was discussed in our Houston breakout coverage. Let's also talk about weapon mods, which are explained unintuitively. The mods just list attributes with a plus or a minus sign. You'd think that would increase or decrease the stat, but it just means that this is a benefit or a detriment to the player. The issue for this is that stats like gun kick or gun flip that have a plus sign actually means less recoil, even though you would naturally see plus recoil and assume that that means more. It also doesn't tell you what these attributes are either, like gun click and gun flip aren't one-to-one with recoil. Gun flip is how much the gun moves up, the actual recoil, while gun kick is how much your screen shakes when you shoot. This is never explained in-game, and it would be nice to have this information for proper build creation. John said this almost a year ago, and it still hasn't been addressed. Starbreeze, please, take a quick look at this. Number 7 is the clear content release plan. The roadmap didn't work out too well. It released way late, and almost everything on it was already out. With only 2 months left to go, it left people wondering what, or even if there was content for the game past October. I know Starbreeze has a history of delays with Payday 3, but when trying to keep and grow a player base for a live service game, they need to have things for people to look forward to. It's time to get a schedule in place, and that brings us up to point 8. Faster updates. Starbreeze prides themselves on moving Payday 3 in a state where they release a patch every 4 to 6 weeks. This is better than the dark times where it would take months for an update, yes, but in a live service market where most games update every week or two, more after content drops, this doesn't really cut it. This results in critical bugs being left in the game for a month or longer each time they're introduced, and almost every update has had at least one thing that makes you go, how is this left in? Fear and Greed released on September 16th, almost a month ago, and solo runs of that can still be ruined by a single cloaker, if you're unlucky, and the team AI decide they don't want to leave spawn. Overkill weapons have also been bugged on Cook-Off that entire time, sometimes dropping in the intended locations, sometimes up on the hill out of bounds where snipers spawn, or just floating in the air where they depart on a helicopter. These are game-breaking issues that take a month or longer to fix, and in any other live service game would have already been fixed in a few days. 9th, we've got a request to split up the content drops to come with these faster updates. Right now, every DLC is a bundle containing a weapon pack, a tailor pack, and a heist, but these all release on the same day. It'd be cool to space these out as Payday 2 did in its revival era, or at least have the weapon and tailor pack release one month and the heist the next. It'd help break up dry spells, gives the community something to keep engaging with. It also looks better for a live service to get a lot of smaller rapid content drops. Look at examples like Fortnite or Warframe, rather than waiting a few months for anything in between. Remember Operation Medic Bag delaying everything and causing a mad rush to get everything done before the deadline? Is the only reason we got so many updates in quick succession this summer. Those likely would have been much further apart in the original plan. Next, we'd like to see a reapproach to live service events. This one is pretty simple. Payday 3 is trying to be a proper live service and has done 2 events as such. The first was Maskmania, and the second, Stocked and Loaded. Maskmania was poorly balanced and not even acknowledged officially in the game. This was a pretty sloppy way of handling their first event and has been talked about to no end. But the remaining rewards have still not arrived. Meanwhile, Stocked and Loaded worked out a bit better, but was not actually affected by in-game play. There are plenty of other live service games to look towards for inspiration on correctly handling a live event. Here's an example of 3 steps that Payday 3 could use for them to make them more successful. Advertise the events in-game. Have them take place and progress in-game at a fair and reasonable pace. And give them rewards readily available for instant release and gratification when the goals are completed. That's all you really need, and if you can't hit those 3 standards, it's time to take a step back and look at the event design from the design phase. There's our list of things. If you have anything else you want to see for year 2, please let us know in the comments below. John also wanted to give a shout out to Safy another Starbreeze partner. On Twitter, Safy asked his community for their hopes and dreams for year 2 for Payday 3. Put together for our video as well. We didn't want to step on any toes by releasing this, but a lot of work had already gone into this video before we saw the tweet, and we didn't want to discard it. Link to the channel is down below. Anyway, next time, don't forget to spread the happy and stay rusty.